All right, here we go. They got the double turbo. Vulpix in the hand. Nest Ball as well. I don't even know what they're going to grab here. What is that energy? Wait, actually, what does that one do? The one in the front. What do those ones do? I don't think we saw those. Medical energy? What is it? Was it? Oh, yeah. Was it heal 30 when you attach it from your hand, right? It heals 20 on attach. What do they heal? I wonder why what they're trying to heal from. Interesting. Heals 30 on attach. Yeah, I wonder where that makes like a big difference to have like that plus 30 HP effectively to work with. What are they gonna grab here? I assume second Arceus, but maybe they go for second Vulpix. They already have a Vulpix V in hand, but yeah, okay, second Arceus. Maybe you do want to set up two Vulpix though. If you can get down to just like Vulpix versus non-Cinccinos, and you just win. Yeah, it's gonna be attach active. I assume bench Vulpix as well. There's no reason not to that I can think of. Do some Eerie cheese. What are they debating so hard here? Not gonna bench the Vulpix. Okay, interesting. Are they just gonna go triple Arceus in this matchup? All right. I know top deck. Did get a couple mulligans to work with. Doesn't look like the mulligans did too much to the hand. We get some Archeops in the discard pile on this first turn is the question. We're gonna have to settle for a call for family. A call for family isn't terrible, but we'd rather probably. I mean, we could still call for family and get some Archeops in the discard pile. Actually, what am I saying? We can do both. We can do it all. But we definitely want to get some Archeops in the discard pile if we can. That's the goal. Because like if we get judged next turn, that's where things could get kind of scary, to be honest. Also, Jet Lugia with what's it? You could jet up to Lugia and use Read the Wind. That would also be a pretty good play. That'd also be pretty good. Stops a Cram 2-shot if you brick hard. Oh, Cram still has the 3 KO you, right? Wait, Cram can't even punch you. Oh, wait, on your Arceus. I see what you're saying. I thought you were talking about on the Vulpix. I was tripping. There's the Archeops. They have an Ultra Ball in hand, so they can get rid of that one. They have a Jet here. They'd be in a pretty good spot. But you can still bench a Lugia, and then you can Iono until you get into the Jet plus Read the Wind. That'd be put you in a pretty... Because you probably don't even want a Cinccino in your active, to be honest. There we go. Gets rid of the Research and the Archeops. I assume for Lugia V. And there's a lot of energy in hand, so you don't want to play the Research here. And then I assume we'll see the Iono to put all the energy back in the deck. And if they find the Jet... Where's that another Archeops? Oh, they have a Serena in hand. I guess they can go Serena, get rid of it, keep some of the energy, and then call for family for the Lugia V. So we're not going to play for the Jet, Read the Wind. That seems good to me. What is that? Oh, there's an Iono, yeah. You get to preserve some energy that way. That makes sense. Question is, do you want to put down the gift or something else on the active? You could put down the double turbo on the active to burn that, to be honest. I don't hate that. But you will have a lower hand size, so gift does make a little bit of sense. Then Serena away. You don't have to get rid of the Iono, but you do need to find... Honestly, maybe just the Archeops is the better to get rid of here. I don't know if you need the extra card here, to be honest. The extra card's like okay. But you're really trying to get the Archeops in the discard pile. There's an Ultra Ball for next turn. And here comes that call for family. Gonna get a Lugia V and a Cinccino. And then on the... Well, actually, do you get a Cinccino? No, yeah, you do get a Cinccino. Or Minccino, my bad. Whatever. You get Lugia V and the Minccino. Cooking. And then for Arceus here, I think it's just KO active, right? You just KO the active and go from there. I feel like maybe a double turbo should have been put on the active, because double turbos actually kind of suck in this matchup, because you want to be able to boss KO the Vulpix with Lugia VSTAR, which means you have to not have a double turbo. And for Cinccino to knock out an Arceus most efficiently, you want 4 non-double turbo energy on it. I feel like the double turbo... Well, I guess if you want the draw power from the gift, right? That's the trade-off. Yeah, you probably want the draw power from the gift. Gift prevents the judge play. That's also true. Yeah, the judge play is not live. So yeah, going with the gift definitely makes the most sense here. All right, the Arceus player is literally already in the tank. I actually don't know what they should go for here. They could Eerie here. They could boss KO the bench Cinccino to not trigger the gift energy, I guess. I don't know if that's ever worth. Can the Arceus not boss KO the Lugia with Choice Belt? No, I can't. Also, they probably don't play Choice Belt, I don't think. But that's only 210 damage. Arc plays Prime Catcher, so the Judge Play could work here. We need Prime Catcher and Switch, though. Gonna go for the Eerie strat. The Ultra Ball is found. There is an Ultra Ball found here. And now you see the hand. Do you ever, like, not... I don't think you ever don't take the knockout here, but then you just trigger Gift Energy, which doesn't feel great. But you did get rid of an Ultra Ball there, which does reduce the odds of finding the Lugia VSTAR. Otherwise, it's basically guaranteed there. Also, you want to find, like, Cinccino plus Lugia VSTAR. I think you just want to knock out the active here. What they get? The V-Guard Energy. I mean, it doesn't really change. Honestly, I don't even think you should get the V-Guard Energy. The V-Guard Energy should be, like, saved in the deck. I guess if you, like, Charon's... Do they even play Charon's Care, actually? They got V-Guard plus Research. I'm curious to see if they even benched the Vulpix. They didn't bench it in turn 1, which was curious. And now it's making its way to... I don't know why they didn't bench it just turn 1, though. Because what if they got Iono? Then it would go to the bottom of the deck. I don't know why you'd want that. Oh, we played Eerie. We can't play the Research. We have to chill. So we have the Research for next turn. All right, so we're setting up the Vulpix, setting up the Arceus. Probably should go with, like, 2-1. Okay. Don't forget the gift draw. I think maybe... No, that probably makes sense for the energy placement. I was thinking, do we want the Vulpix to be able to attack? 3 from gift. They're looking for Cinccino and Lugia VSTAR. Found none of them. Even promote the Cinccino for the fear, or the Minccino for the fear of losing it. You could just attach it. This makes sense though. You send up Lugia, attach double turbo to Lugia, play Iono, and then if you draw into the Lugia VSTAR plus the Cinccino, then you're cooking. And if not, you're chilling. Yeah, so double turbo active allows you to retreat. And then you can still not take the knockout this turn with the... What's it called? Cinccino. Man, I'm getting tired. All right, Iono on the way. Need some evolutions. How are we going to find them? Could bench Snorlax. Could play Collapse. Definitely don't play Collapse. Could bench Snorlax. Bench Snorlax seems fine. You still have room for Minccino, Cinccino, double chops. That doesn't seem terrible. This is actually a little bit of... This is definitely a tall order here off this Iono to get both. Finding one of them would be definitely reasonable. Getting out the VSTAR is, like, not unreasonable either. But getting both, honestly, I don't know if they'll get there. Let's see. If not, we have Read the Wind if we get nothing. There's the Lugia VSTAR. It's not the Cinccino, though. And you don't have a backup. You don't have a backup Minccino here. So now this Minccino on the bench can get boss KO'd. And then we can start to set up the Vulpix and go into Vulpix. I think I see a boss in the hand there for the Arceus player as well. They're going to be able to trap the Lugia player here out of the Mincinos for the possibility of a Cinccino. You can also, like, retreat this turn to the other Arceus maybe, or Vulpix and attack with that instead. There's also a double turbo on the active Lugia now, so you actually can't one-hit KO Lugia or Vulpix V or Arceus V off the bench. Yeah, you can't one-hit KO either of those. I wonder if you just throw another double turbo on the active. Because 1 double turbo is basically equal to 2 double turbo, right? Like the same thing, I think. Oh no, you're right. Well, yeah, with 1 double turbo you can still KO the Vulpix. Yeah, I'm trolling. That's bad math. And you could put a gift on the Minccino here theoretically to, like, if it does get boss KO'd, then it's like you get some value out of it getting boss KO'd. But you don't want to, like, run out of energy that way. I wouldn't put 2 energy on it. Because it is the boss target here for sure. But if you have, like, a gift, you could protect it a little bit with a gift, and they're going for that play there. But it depends how much energy you have left if you want to do that. You ever go after the Archeops here? I could see it. Yeah, well, if you boss KO Archeops, the Cinccino would still knock you out, but honestly, I could see it. Well, your active one is, like, the damaged one, but yeah, I could see going boss KO Archeops here. That might be better than boss KO Minccino. I don't hate it. The Cinccino could come up and still one-hit KOs, but I guess you would have a damage Arceus in the active, so the Cinccino wouldn't be coming up to do anything. Has an Arceus in the hand to work with now as well. Has another Vulpix V in the hand. Like I said, I think has a boss, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, there is a boss there. Do we chase Chops? Do we chase Cinccino? I think we're chasing something here, right? I don't hate the hard retreat either. Well, if we hard retreat here, we chase the Cinccino. If we're hard retreating, we definitely chase Cinccino. Do we not attach the basic water to the active? So going with the fresh Arceus into the chase on the rat. And now we're gonna load up the Vulpix here. But the Vulpix could be boss KO'd by the Lugia here as well. So we can see a return boss on the Vulpix here, which is probably your best response here. The Lugia can KO the Vulpix. Because yeah, it only has 190. For some reason I thought it was out of range with the double turbo, but that's only the Arceus that could out of range. Honestly, trying to get the V-Guard energy on the Vulpix was probably the correct play, to be honest. Only 1 energy to the Vulpix as well, so the Vulpix actually can't even attack right now. And we could attach next turn, of course, but... Not just Arceus to deny Charon's Care. Well, they don't play Charon's Care, they play Turos. I don't know if they know that, but I think you definitely boss the Vulpix and want to KO it while you can. I think I would just go boss KO Vulpix. And then ideally get Tails on this Aroma here, because that's your only out to a rat. I think you definitely want to get a rat. Hope there's not a boss with a rat. It's a heads, though. Yeah, the hand's not great. There's a Serena, but there's a lot of energy in hand that you don't want to discard. Yeah, Charon's in his opening hand. Oh, does he actually play Charon's? I thought it was just Turos. I guess there is Charon's. My bad. What's a heads? Can't get that. We'd love to, but settles for the Lugia. Charon's and Turo. Crazy. All the Pokemon pick up. Yeah, the boss of the Vulpix makes the most sense to me, but I guess I could see boss KO in the Arceus before it but if the Vulpix evolves, then you have to 2-hit KO it. So I feel like you want to go after the Vulpix now before, and like you don't know they have Charon's Care, so the Arceus might still stay in play damaged. So I feel like you probably want to go after the Vulpix, to be honest. Yeah, I feel like I would go after the Vulpix here. I think still. You could also just like punch the active and place Arena to draw cards, but that feels pretty bad. So I think going with a boss KO here makes the most sense. Yeah, the Vulpix is really annoying to deal with. And they have no way to actually... They would have to, like, Serena into a Cinccino to be able to deal with the Vulpix. And then on the next turn, if they went for a draw power play. So I think you do just go boss KO Vulpix here. I think it's got to be boss KO Vulpix. Or Serena KO Vulpix, save the boss. I guess that makes sense as well. You don't have a draw supporter in hand, I guess. But the Serena wasn't drawing very many cards anyway. So the Serena seems fine. You also attack with Lugia V. Yeah, it's definitely annoying. Yeah, this seems like a fine spot, to be honest, for the Arceus player. Or, I'm sorry, for the Lugia player. It seems like fine. I think we do want to get to a Cinccino at some point, but... I think about benching another Vulpix, but there's the boss in hand to respond to this. They just choose not to bench Vulpix and just research? They're thinking. They're in the tank. Doing a little bit of a check probably on the Gust effects left. Only one Serena's been played. They're thinking about it. They do have the second Vulpix VSTAR to work with, I think. So discarding this one doesn't matter. I think you need another attacker besides this Arceus, though. So it's either you bench this Vulpix, hope it doesn't get bossed, or you... play the research and hope to draw into another Arceus here. You still need to get into another Arceus here. Is it quad Serena? I don't think it's 4. It could be. No Arceus, though. That's not good. Oh, no, that was an Ultra Ball, right? Why are they holding on to the vacuum? What? Why are we keeping the vacuum? Does vacuum matter in this matchup? Ultra Ball away draw supporters instead of the vacuum. What? Doesn't make any sense, right? Maybe I'm missing something? No, I'm not missing anything, I don't think here. Yeah, the vacuum sucks. The vacuum sucks. We did find another Arceus, though. Here we go. Oh, was it a fail? Didn't even get any water. Maybe there's no water to get. So we're relying on finding a double turbo for that next Arceus. So for the Lugia player here, you could boss KO the full HP Arceus V with a fresh Lugia, though. Which I think is probably the better of the two plays. You can go retreat, KO that, and then you're just a boss away from winning. You could even jet up now. That's even better. If there's 3 non-double turbo energy in the deck, load up the fresh Lugia, jet up, KO the undamaged Arceus, KO the undamaged Arceus, and then you're a boss away from winning. If they have Charon's Care, they have Charon's Care, but then you can threaten the boss again, and if they don't bench another Arceus, you just punch the active twice and you win. So I think we should see the boss KO here on this bench Arceus. I think it makes the most sense. And then ideally, you want to keep around the idea of a threat of a Cinccino, but I think you're set up pretty good there if you do that. Let's see what they go for. Looks like they might be going their route. Yeah, it looks like it. What do they have left here for energy? They are starting to run out of energy a little bit. There's 3 prize, and they're only going to get access to 1 of them on this attack here. Unless they drew their prize cards weird. There's the Lugia. There's the jet. That might be the last jet. And yeah, that boss KO, that fresh Arceus V on the bench. Honestly, if we had left the V-Guard energy in the deck, there's another situation where the V-Guard energy would have been nice if it was in the deck. Great ball. Looking for the Cinccino here to have another big threat. Cinccino? And the Cinccino is found, so there's another threat to deal with now. I don't know if there's enough energy to get this thing to be able to one-hit KO an Arceus, but there might be. There might be just enough energy left to be able to get like a one-hit KO threat with the Cinccino. We've already attached return. Yep, there's the boss on the Arceus, so now it's just a boss away to win. Got an energy off the prize cards and an Ultra Ball. It's not looking good for Arceus here. There's Greninja. Draw 2. There's a boss. But boss isn't winning you this game. Even if you boss KO that bench Lugia, even if you boss KO the bench Lugia here, you're still in trouble. You need to find more Arceus and start finding Charon's Care and Turo and stuff to heal these damaged Arceus. I think you got to play research here and then find another Arceus V. If there's even another Arceus V to find, I don't even know if there's another one left. Yeah, it goes through. Yeah, because boss KO here doesn't win you the game ever, I don't think. Or yeah, boss KO here just doesn't do anything. There's an Ultra Ball. There's a Nest Ball. Is there an Arceus? And the Super Rod to recover some waters. Or you could Super Rod first actually and recover some energy. Or an Arceus. You might need a Super Rod the Arceus plus 2 waters here. No heal cards in hand though. No heal cards. Doesn't recover. Doesn't recover, but doesn't have a Pokemon. They just threw. They had the Super Rod. They could have played Super Rod first. Is an Arceus prized? They do have the Ultra Ball in hand. They do have the Ultra Ball, so they can Ultra Ball for this Arceus still. Would have been better to Nest Ball, though. I don't know how good those resources in the hand are. Here comes the Ultra Ball. You got to keep the Arceus V-Star. No, you kind of want to keep the Arceus V-Star. Get rid of the Arceus V-Star now. Now has to get rid of the Arceus V-Star. There was an Arc prize? Okay, makes sense, yeah. There we go. The Arceus are loaded. Needs a top deck as well on the next turn. Getting rid of that Arceus V-Star hurt there a lot, but they didn't have to do that. They could have just Super Rodded first. Check your prize cards, kids. Okay, is the game winnable with the Cinccino here? Oh, but there's just the boss in the Arceus. Didn't even use the Cinccino, and Lugia wins. Lugia Cinccino wins. Bro, I definitely wouldn't have predicted this one. That's for sure. Let's go.